At the heart of The Last of Us Part 2 lies an epic struggle between two forces, as we, the player, embody two wounded warriors who clash repeatedly, each bearing the burden of resolving their inner torment with outer violence. In this video, with the beautiful virtual photography of the masterful Voldsby, we are going to explore the mythology of the epic duel and how this plays into the cycle of revenge, an illusion of separation that reveals a deeper, overarching unity between our two protagonists, where the most noble aspect of their inner selves must wrestle with the most terrible aspects lurking in the depths of their inner being. But first, I'm going to ask you, if you are jamming out to the content I produce, subscribe to me, leverage the unrivaled power of that notification bell, and don't forget to leave your love in the comments. Come talk to me on Twitch, where I stream throughout the week, and we are always having the fun and engaging with each other in interesting and unique ways. After all, you never know what I'm going to come up with next. In modern mythology, in the stories of the last century, the archetype of the epic duel has been depicted time and again, from epic sagas of good versus evil to classic tales of order versus chaos, strong versus weak, and right versus wrong, especially in matters of honor. Even the ritualized concept of the gentleman's duel, from pistols at dawn to swordplay after disputed cards, reflects the historical absurdity in a so-called civilized culture where violence was celebrated as the answer to determining virtue and deriving satisfaction in matters of honor. But more than all of this, the construct of the duel penetrates the subconscious and takes us deep within ourselves, into the murky depths of the mind, where we can examine ourselves within a binary reality, projecting emotional concepts into the world in conflicting archetypes of light and shadow. There is perhaps no greater symbol of this than the image of the well and the Seff-L'ho'phad entangled. This subtle suggestion is first made to our subconscious when young Abby passes through the gaping maw of a whale, foreshadowing that she will soon be entering the belly of the whale, a difficult part of the hero's journey, where a character is thrust into an overwhelming situation of dark despair that will threaten to consume them completely, but will offer the chance of rebirth, as symbolized by the mare's afterbirth found shortly after. Abby also passes through the tentacles of a giant Seff-L'ho'phad immediately following her exit from the well, suggesting to our subconscious the epic dual symbolism of these majestic, larger-than-life beings. The key to the cipher of each creature's specific meaning in this narrative can be found in their respective trading cards acquired during our days of play as Ellie, the first of which is described as an ancient extra-dimensional entity that aids mankind during times of great upheaval, correlating its overarching positive qualities that reflect an inner nobility, whereas Seff-L'ho'phad, its name being a phonetic play on cephalopod, the biological class containing all squids and octopi, is also an extra-dimensional entity, though this being is trapped in what the card refers to as tentacle-based terrorism in a cycle of harm, where it uses violence to attack human shipping vessels in its own perception of meting out justice through death and violence. Seff-L'ho'phad's card even says that Big Blue might be our only hope. It is here that the cards reflect what is really going on in the epic duel between Ellie and Abby. Beneath the surface, the most important struggle is not with each other. The most important duel happening in both of these showdowns is that each woman is actually wrestling with themselves. The most noble aspect of their inner self is wrestling with the darkest aspects haunting the depths of their inner being. Big Blue reminds us of the solace and magic of the aquarium, a timeless oasis where one can retreat from the darkness of the world and look for the light, whereas the penetrating tentacles of Seff-L'ho'phad first appear in the bloody interrogation room at the Hotel Saravina, a dark foreshadowing of what Ellie will do to Owen and Mel, damaging her own soul in the process. It is interesting to note that Saravina is the female variant of Seravinus, a family name derived from the Roman name Severus, which is the root word of severity. And it is in the lobby of the Hotel Severity that we will find a small whale statue, perhaps suggesting that Big Blue's presence in this House of Severity is greatly diminished, where the tentacle terrorism of Seff-L'ho'phad looms large in the cycle of harm. As if locking this subconscious suggestion home, the first thing we will see when dropping into the aquarium as Ellie is an unavoidable cephalopod on a sign saying, "Pardon our mess," indicating the terrible line Ellie is about to cross as she indulges her inner cephalopod. And if you're thinking that the whale represents Abby and the cephalopod represents Ellie, then the point may have been missed entirely. Neither girl is right nor wrong, for both of their portions of the game unite to form one shared cycle of the same destructive process. In the first half, a damaged person seeks revenge for the loss of a loved one, followed by a person further traumatized by the lines they have crossed, seeking to heal themselves by helping others and facing their inner demons lurking in the darkness. For each girl is one and the same, a victim of events set into motion beyond their control, but whom must independently wrestle the good and the dark within themselves before they cross a point of no return. And even as we play Abby on the catharsis side of the revenge cycle, the tentacles enwrapping the gift shop remind us that Abby cannot escape the karma of her past actions, as she will lose many loved ones in a greater cost than that which she originally sought to avenge. Instead of satisfaction, revenge will only damage one's soul further. Fortunately for both women, their inner big blues ultimately win the epic duel. As with Abby, it is her personal healing, as manifested in her friendship with Lev, that brings her back to her senses before she can, in a moment of blind rage, kill an unconscious Dina. And Ellie, before she can drown Abby, looks for the light by thinking of her final moments with Joel on the porch. As a minor aside, I found it interesting that Ellie finds Cephalopod in the flooded city just before she reaches the aquarium to cross a certain point of no return. And most rewardingly, she finds Big Blue at the Rustin coffee shop in Seattle, shortly after discussing Joel's love for coffee with Dina, personally connecting for me her releasing of Abby from the water by thinking of her powerful and cathartic moment with Joel that night. If you vibed with the powerful song playing throughout much of this video, it is called May She Guide Us by the talented artist Created Nor Destroyed, and you can find his amazing work on Spotify and Bandcamp. Direct links to his social media and music channels can be found in the description of this video. And if you enjoyed the amazing virtual photography featured in this video, all of it is the work of the masterful Voldsby, which you can find on Twitter for more of her incredible work. If my video meant something to you, you can help me build something great by subscribing and sharing the good vibes and good spores of this content across the four corners of the internet. You can stay connected by joining my Discord and chatting it up with me and other members of the Wolfpack, where we're always keeping it positive and focusing on the fun. Just click on the Discord link in the description, follow me on Twitter, and show me pictures of the wolf in your life. And don't forget that I have other videos that may provide you with something you didn't know that you were searching for. Until next time, I will catch you in the wilderness of the mental.